Good afternoon. It's Sean Allen, your productivity coach in the San Diego North End of the Market Center. I hope you're doing well. Quick tutorial on filling out your weekly production and results tracking. Knowing your numbers, that is the key to all of this. Why do we do this? Well, we want to know, first of all, where we've been in order to help us know where we are going. That's all part of the productivity record. We want to be intentional because success can either be intentional or unintentional. Success can just happen to you. At times, you can get lucky and run into things, or success can be very intentional with a plan, with a practice. Well, the thing about productivity is that it's always intentional. You can't be accidentally productive. You have to go out of your way to work at it. And knowing what your numbers are, from contacts to referrals to people you're adding to your database, that's critical, as well as the numbers we're going to talk about today. So here we go. On a weekly basis, I'm going to go ahead and send you a link. And in that link, you're going to click on it and you're going to come to a form that looks similar to this. Weekly production and results tracking. Again, very simple. You put in your name, first name and last name, all required fields. Then you're going to want to put in your annual goal units. How many homes do you want to sell that year? So if it's 24, you type in 24. Now the monthly units goal for this month, the goal may change. Now, at the beginning of the year, if our annual goal is 24, then our monthly goal would be what? Well, it's going to be 2. However, if in January you sell 1 home, February, what's your goal? What do you think it's going to be in February? Well, it's not going to be 2 any longer because you're down 1. You were supposed to sell 2 in January, so now your goal in February would be for 3. See how that works? So each month, based upon what your annual units goal is going to be, your monthly units goal may change. And the reverse is true. Say you sell 2, or say you sell 3 in January, how many would you have to sell in February? Well, to stay on track, your goal would be 1. My recommendation is to never short yourself on the goal beyond what your annual goal would be. So that's to say, even if you sold 3 in January, I still suggest a minimum of 2 in that month because that's going to keep you ahead. All right, enough on that. You got to have a goal. You got to know where you're at. This keeps you engaged as to what you're doing on a monthly basis. Now listen, this is a reporting period each week at a time. So, since the last time we met at group coaching or the previous week, I want to know what new listings you have. So if between last Monday and this Monday you got 2 new listings, then you'd put in 2. Then I want you to write down your total listing inventory. So if you were carrying 2 other listings, you would then add that to the current 2 listings you have. So your total listing inventory is going to be 4. Does that make sense? So, new listings for this period only, and then total listings inventory. Same thing with pendings. If you put any new contracts in pending, listings or buyers, go ahead and put those in. So you put 2 more in this week. You had 4 previous pending contracts that are due to close plus your 2. That's going to be a total of 6 now. So I know what new business you're doing and what total business you're doing to help us stay on track. Closed transactions is pretty self-explanatory. That would be just year to date. So if you've closed 10 year to date, you'd put that in there. And then month to date. So sort of a rolling weekly, monthly thing. If you closed 2 this past week in addition to another one you'd had, that would be a total of 3. Again, pretty self-explanatory to fill that in. Then I just want to know what your appointment status is like. How many listing appointments did you go on this week? Just click any one of the radio buttons to let me know. And then how many buyer appointments did you go on this week? Okay? And we'll continue to add to this and grow. I want to help you develop the habit of utilizing this form, staying on top of it. And then the last thing I'd like you to put in here, I want you to be mindful of what you're thinking, what you need help with. So my question is, what one thing do you need help with to cause you to produce results and get to your goal? Just one thing at a time. Click submit. It's going to go to me, and we'll do it from there. Please fill this out every week when you see it. Have a fantastic and productive week. Cheers.